Hey Math 1, I've got a new video for you. It's over 2.12. It's very similar to what you saw in 2.11 with geometry applications, except instead of dealing with angle stuff, we're dealing with sort of like perimeter, circumference, sort of like just everything except surface area and volume that you saw back in the end of chapter 1. So let's just dive in here and see if we can make some sense of these problems. The first one says, the circumference of this circle is equal to the perimeter of this rectangle. Okay? So circumference of this circle is equal to the perimeter of this rectangle. So it's kind of like saying, if I were to find the distance here, that distance should equal this distance there. So what we're essentially doing is we're saying, set the circumference of that circle equal to the perimeter of that rectangle. So let's figure out what the formulas are for those two. And we can do so by looking at our formula up here. Circumference of a circle is 2 pi r. Okay. The perimeter of a rectangle is 2L plus 2W. That's an L, not a 1. Okay. And now what we can do is solve for at least the variable expression that the circumference equals and the perimeter equals. So I'm going to plug in 3.14 for pi. My radius is 50. And right away I see 2 times 50 is going to be a much easier calculation than 2 times 3.14. 2 times 50 is 100. So all I did was multiply these two first. And then 100 times any decimal means move the decimal place over twice. So 3.14 becomes 314. All right, so I know that the circumference is going to be exactly 314 units. What about the perimeter? Well, once I decide who my length is and who my width is, I can just do a straight plug-in. I'm going to say that 2x plus 3 is going to be my length. And 2x minus 2 is going to be my width. So I went L equals 2x plus 3, W equals 2x minus 2. At this point, I'm going to try to simplify this variable expression as much as I can. So I can get rid of parentheses by multiplying by 2 here, so that'd be 4x plus 6. Same thing here, 4x minus 4. And then combine like terms. 4x plus 4x is 8x. Negative 6 minus 4 is positive 2. Okay, so that's what I'm going to replace my perimeter with. My perimeter is 8x plus 2. Now we have an equation that looks like 2.1 work. Get x by itself, so subtract 2 from both sides. Here, I'm going to move this down a little bit. We got some stuff getting in the way. This is going to be 312, and this is just going to be 8x. Divide both sides by 8. And then, I don't know, maybe I can take half the top and half the bottom, but maybe I'll just go to putting the 312 in the box. 8 goes into 31 3 times, almost 4. That means drop a 7 and a 2. 8 goes into 72 exactly 9 times. Okay, so x equals 39. And we answered the question because it said the circumference of the circle equals the perimeter of a rectangle. Find the value of x. Did it. So quick recap. The circumference of a circle, 2 pi r, equals the perimeter of a rectangle, 2l plus 2w. I found 2 pi r. I found 2l plus 2w, and then I set those two values equal to each other, and then I solve for x. Check out number 2. This one again says find the value of x, but it says such that the areas of the two figures must equal one another. Okay, so we're basically saying the area of the circle must equal the area of the triangle. So what is the area of a circle? Well, if you go to your formula sheet, you'll find that it equals pi times r squared. If you look at your formula sheet for the area of a triangle, that equals 1/2 times base times height. So we're going to do exactly what we did on the previous problem. We're going to figure out what the area of this circle is, figure out what the expression for the area of this triangle is, and then set the two things equal to each other. So pi r squared. 3.14 is going to be our approximation. The r is 3. The units I'm just going to leave as they are. Order of operations says I have to square the 3 first. So that's going to be 3.14 times 9. Then I might have to go off to the side and do some calculations. 36. 9 plus 3 is 12. 27 plus 1, 28. Remember with decimal multiplication, 2 digits in, 2 digits in. So it's 28.26. This is the area of my circle. All right, let's find the expression for the area of the triangle. I'm going to call this my base right here. So my base is going to be 12 feet. My height is going to be this expression right here. It's x plus 1.57. All right, so if you're thinking order of operations says get rid of the parentheses first or try to work inside the parentheses, recognize one thing. You cannot add x plus 1.57. Also, you have to look at half times 12 before you can distribute it. So just do the half times 12 first. Should be 6. Half of 12 is 6. Now you're free to distribute the 6 to both parts. So 6 times x, 6x. 6 times 1.7, maybe I'll go up to the side and do that calculation. $42. 34, and 9. Make sure you move your decimal spot 2 in. And now I've got my area of the triangle. So the area of the circle is basically forced to equal the area of the triangle. So you're going to set those two equal to each other now and solve for x. So 28.26 equals 6x plus 9.42. All right, get x by itself. Subtract the 9.42 from both sides. Remember to stack the decimals when you're subtracting decimals. So 6 minus 2 is 4. 2 minus 4 can't do, so I got to borrow here. That's going to be 12 and 7. So 12 minus 4 is 8. Don't have enough here, so I got to borrow from the 2. 17 minus 9 is 8. 1 drops down. Then divide both sides by 6. And instead of multiplying the top and bottom by 1,000 or 100, I'm gonna straight up try to figure this out. 18.84 in the box, 6 on the outside. So 6 goes into 18 exactly 3 times. 0. Move the decimal place up there. Drop an 8. It goes in there once. 2 is my difference. 6 goes in there 4 times. Exactly. Okay. We got an answer. The answer is x equals exactly 3.14. I thought this would be a good time to review our decimal skills. So if you're like, I don't like those decimals, Mr. Ousley, you need some work with it. All right, one more. This one says, find the value of x such that the parameters of the two figures must equal one another. So if you scan the top formula sheet, you'll find that there is no parameter formula for a triangle. I see a parameter for a rectangle, 2L plus 2W, but I don't see anything for a triangle. I just see the area. Well, here's the deal with that. Parameter just means whatever figure you've got, add up all the sides. So the parameter for this triangle is add the 3x plus 7 to the 3x minus 2 to the 2x minus 1. Parameter equals add up all the sides. I mean, we know specifically for a rectangle that 2 of those parameters are the same on 2 sides. So that's why we do that for a rectangle. A rectangle's parameter is for sure 2L plus 2W. This triangle's parameter is just going to be this plus this plus this. So for the triangle, you're going to take 3x plus 7 plus 3x minus 2 plus 2x minus 1, and that's going to be your parameter. So the parameter for the triangle equals 3 plus 2x. And then 7 minus 2, 5, minus 1, positive 4. So there's my parameter of the triangle. My parameter of the rectangle. So I'll do R for rectangle, is 2 times 2x plus 3 plus 2 times w, which is, I'm pretty sure I intended that to be x plus 6. So then this is 4x plus 6 plus 2x plus 12. So that ends up being 6x plus 18. So these are the two parameters that are equal to one another. So then I set them equal to each other. (6x plus 8) equals 8x plus 4. And now you just got to get x by itself. So I'm going to subtract this 6x from both the left and the right. So I'm eliminating an x on the left. I'm going to eliminate a constant from the right. That gives me 4 equals 2x. Divide both sides by 2. And you've got x equals 2. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope this made sense. And yeah, 2.12 is in the books.